All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to begin our program, the November Good Morning Truckee, the ski area report. And we can tell by how many people are here that nobody gives rats about skiing in this community, huh? Where are the rest of you in the summertime? Come on, we do this in June as well. All right, my name is Raven Whittington. I'm an attorney at Porter Simon, and I am the chairman of the board for the Truckee Chamber of Commerce. This morning we are joined by Doug Burnett, who is the Director of Base Area and Village Operations at North Star, Patrick Lacey, Palisades Tahoe PR Manager, Rob McClendon, the Assistant Director of Operations at Tahoe Donner, and Bridget Levansky, the General Manager at Sugar Bowl. We are going to go around the room and introduce all of ourselves. Because there are a lot of people here this morning, we're not going to go through the sponsors. They are up here. Thank you to all the sponsors for making this possible every month. Also, thank you to Kelly Cutler, Mayumi Peacock, Ernie Grossman, Gerald Herrick, Tony Lashbrook, Jim Porter, Deb Ryan, Ted Owens, and Jess Carr for putting on the programs and deciding what we have every month. And then always the chamber staff, Jessica Penman, Ruth Gersey, Melissa Williams, and the new membership and programs manager, Trisha Stickney. All right, so let's go around the room actually, and then thank you to Truckee Tahoe Media for making this possible. And now let's go around the room. Jessica, you start.
I'm Jessica Penman. I'm the president and CEO of the Truckee Chamber of Commerce. There are a lot of people here.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Rachel Rienzo. I'm with Tahoe Luxury Properties.
Judith Klein, Tahoe Luxury Properties.
Mr. Greeno.
Bill Greeno, Chamber Board of Directors, Quality Automotive Servicing, and Children Import Garage.
John Slaughter, Director of Marketing for Sugar Bowl.
Dave Olson, Rotarian.
How about back here?
Mark Blatt, Primerica Financial Services.
Thanks, Keith.
Cameron Bordner, Mobile Law.
Dave Rhea, I'm retired.
Eric.
Eric Goldring, Goldring Travel.
Teresa from the Tahoe Truckee Community Foundation. Kelly Cutler, Truckee Cultural District and Truckee Chamber.
All the way in the back there. No, mouthful. Sorry, we'll skip over you and come back. It's a hard spot.
Local resident.
All right.
Scott Ferguson, Trout Creek Outfitters.
Rachel Lyons, Granite Peak Management.
Shannon Decker, the Speedy Foundation.
Mike LaFrancois, Engineering.
Steve Thompson, the Truckee Tahoe Community Chorus.
Kathy Vander, Truckee Sunrise Rotary and Mobile Notary.
Karen Freestead, retired educator. Janice Powell, newly retired.
Congratulations.
Joanne Robique, Truckee River Watershed Council and Truckee Sunrise Rotary.
Go here.
Tara Schedinger, North Star.
Zach Burdett, North Star. Patrick Lacey, Palisades Tahoe.
Bridget Sugarbow.
Rob McClendon, Tahoe Donner.
You jump all over here.
Leslie Swin, LSC Transportation Consultants.
Tara Caligari, Ritz-Carlton, Lake Tahoe.
Shirley Simmons, Tahoe Music Alive.
Tony Lashbrook, retired and Truckee River Watershed Council board member.
Thank you.
Jim Porter, retired from your firm. I'm on the Tahoe Fund board.
Thank you.
Mike Brooks, Optimum. Ted Owens, Tahoe Forest Health System and Land Trust Board.
Carrie Ridgel, the Office Boss.
Nathan Gammett, the Office Boss.
Anna Grond-Nielsen, Dixon Realty and Phil Gamiana.
Amber Dodson, Silent A Photography.
Karen Wilcuts, Leadership, North Lake Tahoe Truckee.
Stephen Bessick, Mount Lincoln Construction.
Chris Tennant, Mount Lincoln Construction and Catport.
April Cole with the Friends of the Truckee Library.
Let's work our way back that way and then all the way around the back. Yep.
Maria Kiss, 101.5 and 2008 Leadership Alumni.
Jamie Haddad, Martis Camp. Wendy Devontae, Martis Camp Foundation.
Pamela Grant, Congressman Kevin Kiley.
Autumn Lincoln, Tahoe Daves.
Jeff Freeman, photographer.
Steve Wu, Donner Party Mountain Runners and USA Ski Mo.
Neil Bryan, resident in Tahoe Donner.
Fiona Bryden, resident.
Jeff Smith, Tech Futures Group.
Carla Samus, JKAE.
Colette, JKAE.
And Amber.
Amber Burke, Tahoe Truckee Unified School District.
All right. Well, thank you all for being here. I don't think I forgot anybody. If I did, raise your hand. Oh, Barry.
Dr. Barry Treisman, local chiropractor.
You slipped out.
Good coffee.
There you go. All right, so we're going to get it started with Doug Burnett, who is the Director, Base Area and Village Operations at North Star. Oh, I'm just
That's
reading
fine.
off my script,
I know.
you know, come on.
I had it in the wrong order. There you go. There you go.
All right, Doug, come on up. Welcome. Thank you. All right, good morning, everyone. Everyone excited as we are to see the snow starting to hit the tops of the peaks? Awesome. Well, we just have a few things to run through with you this morning. Starting with what's new at North Star. So we had a little introduction this morning, but we do want to welcome officially Tara Schettinger, our official new GM and VP, joining us from Crested Butte. She's been in the area for 8 days. I'm very excited to have her. Next is the launch of My Epic Gear. My Epic Gear is the ultimate gear membership. It is rolling out across 12 of our resorts in North America. It was a pilot project in the Rockies last year, but it gives our guests the opportunity to, instead of owning or renting gear, really join this membership. It gives them the access to 60 of the top brands, or 60 of the top models over 20 brands. They can be either picked up slopeside or delivered to your residence when you're staying in around the North Star properties or any of our other resorts. We're very excited to see it come to life, and it'll be in the village where the old candle shop was. Little Gems Daycare opened last year. As you may remember, we were working with Little Gems of the Sierra and offered them the space that formerly was TC's, the pub in the lower village. They turned it into a daycare last spring, and it's been running through the summer. This winter, they're looking forward to offering weekend offerings as well, both for our employees and community members, to just help with that need of childcare in the community. We're also excited to announce the return of all the North Star traditions. So, who's been to Toast before? Who had trouble finding Toast last year? It was a bit hit and miss, but we're excited that it'll be back 5 days a week through middle of December through the end of March, and 7 days a week over the course of the 2 holiday periods over Christmas, as well as during President's Week. And then s'mores, that sticky little sweet treat at the end of the day, will be handed out around the rink daily from mid-December through the end of March as well. We know our guests love that, and it's a great way to cap off a ski day up on the mountain. And then lastly, we're most excited to announce that we have converted our entire cat fleet on the mountain to renewable diesel this year. It's been a big step working with our fuel partner, but we were able to make the switch going into the season, and it's going to go a long way to help us support our commitment to zero. What's not new? Winter Village programming is back, so we will have our winter programming on the stage Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays, DJ Friday and Sunday, and then live music on Saturdays. We'll also have live music daily through the 2 weeks of the holiday period. So from December 21st to January 5th, there'll either be a band or a DJ on the stage every day. Winter Wonders with Santa will be back on December 21st and 22nd. And then we will continue to have the New Year's Eve drone show. But this year, drones are continuing to get better, and we are excited to announce that we will have the first pyrotechnic drones in North America. Asterisk. Potentially the second one, but we're very excited. The drones have really come a long way. We all know we love fireworks. We also know that there are a lot of environmental and even just community impacts from fireworks, and these drones are really coming a long way, and we're excited to see how they will help us bring in the new year this year. Resort winter parking. So we rolled out a paid reservation program last year. As those of you who travel down the 267 corridor in the morning are aware that it made a big impact on traffic in the morning. So we are excited to announce that we are continuing with the reservation program. It'll start December the 14th. Again, Village View and Preferred Paid will be reserved. Castle Peak does remain free option for our guests every day, and we will continue with the 4+ occupancy program to provide free reservations for those guests with high occupancy vehicles. We've also partnered with the Lift again this year, and we'll be offering the Park and Ride from December through April, with extra buses on the key peak weekends of MLK and the second weekend of President's Week. And lastly, we announced we are opening early, so we'll be opening on Thursday morning. Very excited to get the team out on the slopes tomorrow and give them a day ahead to make sure that everyone's feeling good about it, and we'll be ready to open to everyone on Thursday. Awesome. Thanks. Yeah, there's some time left, so does anybody have any questions for Doug or the North Star team? Toast is our celebration every day at 2 o'clock. So over on East Ridge, there is a place where up to the first 200 guests can line up and get a glass of champagne to help toast the day.
Wow. Barry? So when it comes to the parking, so you say Castle Peak is free until it's filled, and then there's parking is that parking in the airport? Or?
So we have the park and ride lot at the airport every single weekend.
And where is that lot?
It is right across from here. It is beside the Enterprise, or wait, right across here, right beside the Enterprise lot, across from the airport.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome. And yeah, TART changes its route, so it goes past there during that park and ride program. And then, as I said, we added the supplemental buses on the weekends. We know we're going to be really busy.
And does all of the buses that come back and forth to the start go through the town of Truckee, or they just come out to here and go back, and then there's the TART bus?
No, this is part of the route that goes through into downtown Truckee.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
How often?
Every hour, I believe, depending on the winter schedule, will come out starting December 11th.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Yeah.
Parking reservations are a big topic. You didn't mention it. Is there any reservation requirement on weekends, or what's
So
happening?
starting December 14th, the program will be just like last year. So if you want to park up close to the village, it'll be reservations required, free for vehicles with 4+ occupants,
Right.
and then free parking will still remain at Castle Peak.
All right, nothing further.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Doug, North Star.
I'd just like to welcome Tara on behalf of all the ski industry. We're stoked to get her on board. I know what it's like to move town, so please make her feel like she's welcome. This is awesome that she's here. So thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, up next we have Patrick Lacey, Palisades Tahoe. Welcome, Patrick.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, so we had a lot going on new this year, but last year we did roll out our our parking program as well. So we're just going to get kind of onto that first. But this is our 75th anniversary this year. Pretty big, monumental year. I mean, just from the 1960 Olympics to a Jerry Garcia concert to getting Alpine in the loop with a base-to-base gondola. I mean, there's been just such a history over the past 75 years here at Palisades Tahoe. But just to go to a little bit about parking here. So, last year we knew we had parking and traffic issues. There's no doubt about that. But, our goal was to really alleviate that traffic on Highway 89 as much as possible. And we saw a lot of success with that. I mean, just from 3-hour commutes to 30-minute commutes. From 1.3 skiers per car to 3.31 skiers per car. From 500 park-and riders to nearly 5,000 park-and riders. So we really did see a difference, and the stats just kind of keep going on and on. We kept 22,000 plus cars off the road from the previous season, just saving 239 tons of CO2. I mean, they just keep going on and on, these stats. But in transportation, we have quite a bit that's new as well. We've expanded our Mountaineer hours. We added additional buses as well, and then we also extended our Tahoe Express shuttle. That's the shuttle that runs in between the bases of the valleys. And we're also working with Placer County for additional buses for a park and ride program. There's going to be an additional bus from Tahoe City as well as Truckee. And the one from Truckee, the parking lot is actually over at the high school on those weekends and those holiday periods. To make a reservation, it's going to be the same thing as last year. The majority of our parking is still going to remain free during those holiday periods as well as those weekends. You can place a reservation at parkpalisadestahoe.com. But if you would like to, reserve way in advance, those are going to be on our website at for $30. You can place those right now. And just snag those up, especially if you're planning far trips in advance and you want to secure your parking that way. Going on, we're going to hear a little bit about from Johnny Mosley about our 75th anniversary. So here's just a little video. Maybe.
Yeah, it's on. Technical difficulties.
Oh, there it is.
Anniversary, we honor a legacy of innovation and iconic moments. From humble beginnings in 1949 with just one chairlift, Palisades Tahoe rose to global fame, hosting the 1960 Winter Olympics. Through the decades, the resort has been at the forefront of new skiing styles, and a proving ground for legendary athletes. We pioneered new heights with the aerial tram, world-class events, and the groundbreaking base-to-base gondola. Our commitment to skiing culture, environmental stewardship, and community remains unmatched. Today, with over 6,000 acres of skiable terrain, we welcome you to join us in this monumental year. Celebrate 75 years of history, inclusivity, and adventure at Palisades Tahoe, and be a part of our storied future.
All right, thank you, Johnny. So with that being said, this isn't just our 75th anniversary. This is actually Warren Miller's 75th anniversary, and he was the one that started his career here at Palisades Tahoe. And we're actually featured in the film this year at our resort, and then features a few of our athletes such as Darren Ralphs, Connor Lundane, and a few others, and some of our ski team kids as well. So make sure to check that out. They have a few more film premieres, I think, in the Bay Area, but we did have one, a film premiere of their 75 film earlier this month. With that being said, one of our biggest, newest additions for our 75th anniversary is going to be our new COO, Amy Oran, coming to us from North Star. She has over 35 years of experience in the snow sports industry, and Amy's just super stoked to be sharing this new opportunity and sharing these legendary mountains, and she's committed to connecting just future generations to these mountains. But once again, we couldn't be more stoked to have a new COO here at Palisades Tahoe. So what's new with dining and entertainment? We do have our new Little Bear Cafe opening this month. It's actually just located right across from the tram building. It features baked goods, coffees, salads, sandwiches, and really focuses on mainly local partnerships within our community. Courtney is an amazing baker, so make sure to check that out. This is going to be in the old Starbucks location, and it has a lot more variety of options there rather than just coffees and just a few pastries. There's salads, there's sandwiches, and so make sure you go check that out this year. We also are returning our Stoked Oak barbecue over at Alpine. This features barbecue platters, sandwiches, and it's all using a 16-foot reverse flow smoker. And then we're also going to have our Coca-Cola DJ series. This is going to be in our Plaza Bar area, featuring 25 days of lively music. And really, this is to help out with that egress traffic going out of the resort. So hopefully people can just kind of stay a little bit longer just to help that flow of traffic getting out of the valley. And then for On Mountain, we have our new snowmaking. We've added a lot of booster pumps throughout the mountain, new fan guns, constructed multiple different loading ramps, as well as snow fences to retain that snow. And then we've also added 3 new piston bully snowcats to our snow fleet, and they all feature new LiDAR technology. This is some cool technology that uses lasers where they point it at the snow, and it can really just, our groomers can accurately push snow wherever it's needed most into those places that don't have nearly as much snow. All of our snowcats are going to be running on Neste renewable diesel, reducing emissions up to 80%, just like North Star has at their resort. And then upgrades over at Alpine Lodge. We have new demo. We have our new demo shop over there. $500,000 of improvements over there. New furniture, boot dryers, lighting, tuning equipment, carpet, paints. I mean, you name it. They got it over there. Over at Palisades, there's a new Jupiter tuning machine. This offers really super precise tuning to your snowboards as skis. So make sure to check that out. That's a pretty good investment for us. And I believe it's the only one in the Tahoe Basin. We've also restored our new the Tower of Nations. This is going to be that entrance to the valley there. This project's included repainting the structure and adding new shields representing all of the participating nations in the 1960 Winter Games. And we're also going to be installing a new Firewise solution for the torch a little bit later this year. Right now, it's just burning fossil fuels. And then going on to our events, we're super stoked to bring back Tahoe Live this year. This is the biggest winter EDM festival. It's going to be December 14th and 15th. Featuring Diplo, Lil Wayne, and many other EDM artists. And tickets are on sale right now at TahoeLive.net. We're going to be bringing back, this is actually a new event that we have this year. This is going to be our Freestyle Moguls competition, March 28th through the 30th. And this event features from each division, dual moguls and aerials, and this is a free event for all ages. Going on to some of our signature events, these are the events that we have every single year, but these are always, these are always so much fun to go to, especially, the Pain Mishlanki, the Mothership Classic, Snow Golf. If you haven't been to that one, definitely check that out at Alpine. Cushing Crossing is, the only pond skin that actually is on a natural body of water, and it was the very first one in the U.S. So pretty stoked to be bringing back all of these wonderful events. Next up, we do have Sierra at Tahoe joins the Icon Pass. If you do have the Icon Pass, you can receive 7 days of skiing and riding over there, and it is making it the 6th California resort on the Icon Pass. So super stoked to just be spreading people a little bit out and being able to ski at Sierra at Tahoe. But once again, our opening day is on this Friday, so make sure to come out and join us for this season. We're super stoked to be getting out there, and we're looking forward to all this new snow.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you.
Hang on 1 second for some questions. We got 5 minutes. Got 5 minutes questions for Patrick? Yeah.
Quick questions. Any updates on the village project and any that winter wondergrass might come back next year or sometime in the future?
Yeah, so today is a big day for us about the village development plan. We'll know a little bit more information this evening, so stay tuned on that Placer County website. There's going to be a pretty big announcement here.
Winter wondergrass?
Winter wondergrass. So there is plans for them to come back. Right now, nothing is set in stone. Hopefully, we can bring this great event back to us. It was a super successful in the past, and we're hoping to really get this back in our community.
Jim, you don't have any questions about the Diplo concert? Where you get them? How you get front row?
Got my reservation, Tony and Ted back.
Oh, you're covered. There we go. Yeah. Sorry about the 3 of you guys will be front row. All right. That's right. All right. Anything else for Patrick? All right. Thank you.
Do you know if the World Cup is coming back anytime in the future?
We do plan on bringing the World Cup back. I think we did place a bid in for next year. Haven't heard back just yet, but we'll have more information a little bit later this year. Thank you so much.
Thanks again, Patrick. Appreciate it. All right. Up next, we have Bridget Legnavsky. Never can get your name right. I'm sorry. President and CEO of Sugar Bowl. Bridget.
Steve introduced me, so I don't have to do that now, do I? Kia ora tātou. If those of you that don't know me, I'm from Aotearoa, New Zealand, and this is my 3rd winter here. The first one we had 800 inches, the second one we had 500 inches, and this one, what do you reckon? It's looking good. So yeah, we open on Friday. We plan to open the whole way along on Friday, and it's looking really quite good, but it's going to look better by Friday, because has anyone seen the forecast? Yeah, atmospheric river coming in. We couldn't have asked for anything better for all of us. To get open for December and actually get our December month, it's like when you run a ski resort, it's like 1/4 of your revenue sits in December. So if you lose it, it's a disaster. So last year was really hard on us. I thought I'd just a little bit... Let's see if I can move these. Here we go. I thought I'd just talk to you a little bit about what's going on, but frame it up in our purpose, because I think it's really important that everybody here understands that and supports that. And obviously, at Sugar Bowl, we're about protecting and enhancing a resort that's still independent here. And it's quite hard, so you won't hear us talk about transport, because We're not trying to solve that problem at the moment. We hope we will have to, and I'll talk about it slightly differently, but our job is to deliver on the spirit, or ensure the spirit stays alive every day for everyone and forever. And what I want to do is just break that down quickly so people understand. Firstly, our spirit, very similar to the other resorts, and I think that's what's quite hard. We're all quite similar. Our spirit is grounded on our heritage, 1939, so 85 years, oldest resort around, and the rich heritage that sits up there at Sugar Bowl, and the importance that we protect that heritage and those stories, because it's really cool. And it set us up so beautifully. The second part is our community. Very tight, smaller community. Everyone knows each other's names. And we have a really tight bond up there. So the village community obviously is really big, and I will talk a little bit about the village community. And then of course the whole Donna Summit, going to Serene Lakes and then into Truckee and now down into Nevada City and Grass Valley is also kind of considered our community as it gets wider. Really important to us, and really important that we create this really safe, comfortable, warmness up there for people. And I think what defines Sugar Bowl is the kind of contrast to how hardcore the skiing is. So you get up there, it's all safe, it's all yummy, it's like you've got this heritage, and then you can go out and ski yourself. And I kind of scared myself a few times last year when I skied the Palisades for the first time. John, you pushed me down, didn't you? Yeah, kind of. If anyone hasn't skied the Palisades, you just got to do it somehow. It's amazing. And you can get up there and really ski hard. And I'm not just talking about alpine skiing. Uphill, access to backcountry, and 90 kilometres of Nordic terrain, which is interwoven into the village. It's pretty cool. And then part of it living up there is it's quite hardcore. So our villagers, if those of you that don't know, arrive in there and they walk to their homes. And they are absolutely adamant that it stays snowbound. So that's kind of the spirit of Sugar Bowl. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how do we make sure that we intentionally deliver on that spirit every day. And we use this model, which is the way we believe we can deliver experience to people. So firstly, through our digital space, everyone knows, and some people complain, but not too much, it was fine, that we changed our logo last year. And people thought it was quite simple. But the reality is our logo has got more heritage in it than any other logo has ever had, because it is designed and inspired from the minimalist and minimalist time that William Worcester built the lodge. And if you go back and you study it really well, everything about that lodge was completely minimalist, built in 1939. It was honest, it was straight up, and it was super efficient. So the logo and the design system is actually representing right back to that time. So showing up in that design system has been really important to us as we bring through the stories, and it allows us to do that. Physical spaces and how we show up. One of the things about representing a brand like this is to be super tidy, like super tidy, clean, tidy, immaculate. Everything is kind of has to be there, so there's this real efficiency in our presence. And we are redoing our decor slowly back to be inspired and represented from 1939, so that's really fun. Through our people, yesterday, like all of you probably did, we brought all of our staff on, spent the whole day with them. I'm a little talked out today because I taught my head off yesterday. And we train our staff with our values, and our values are really staunch, and that's how we decide to align and deliver on this spirit. And entertainment. Entertainment is to us is how we program. The team's talked a lot about events. We are very specific with how we develop events based on our spirit. And that is that people will turn up at Sugar Bowl to do an event. They'll have a really, really good time. They'll learn something, they'll progress, they'll meet people, and they'll go away feeling really good about themselves. So as we design and deliver on events, that's what we're focused on. So some of you would have seen us deliver on the Silver Belt last year, and everything in the Silver Belt was about that. Fun, progress, learning, making friends, and going away feeling really good. And we do have a film on the Silver Belt I'd love you to see. I think it's going to be launched fairly soon, John, is it? Yeah, and it tells you the story of why the Silver Belt turned up like that, and then went on and disrupted the whole world of freeride. which was pretty cool. So I've talked about how we deliver on it every day. I'm going to now talk about what this means for everyone. We have a really diverse set of people when we talk about everyone, and everyone really refers to our community. So that's our staff, that's our villagers, that's our shareholders, that's our season pass holders. A big piece of our community, and I think everybody probably is aware of this, is the Sugar Bowl Academy. So we have a high school on site. It is phenomenal. Both my kids go there, and I pinch myself daily that I have had that opportunity with them. Our wider community that I talked about, and our smaller or shrinking day pass community that we're really, all of us are probably watching closely to see how we keep that going. As we look at that community, all of them have really different needs. And we've got this opportunity at Sugar Bowl to kind of destination manage, and you guys that are in the tourism industry know what I'm talking about, how people enter and utilise the resort. So we can take people up the gondola, and you'll see us do it this year, that know where they're going. They don't need skier services. We can stop duplicating skier services. So we're taking out ticketing, rental, retail slowly and pushing it all over to Judah. So Judah will be the main base of Sugar Bowl. People that don't know where they're going come into Judah. Now, the great news, if anyone's been following Sugar Bowl, there was a big plan in place to look at connecting the two portals. And I don't know how you'll feel about this, but I'm thinking I know, is we're not going to do that. We're going to replace the gondola where it is. And we are working on that, and that job will start next year. I got one little clap. I expected a lot more than that. Most people that I tell that to just go, woo! And it's a big job, so we will start that program in the next year or two. We're just kind of looking, probably 26. So it still has to go under the power lines and over the railway, so it's not easy. But we are replacing it where it is at the moment. So we'll be having to rebuild the terminal on the highway side. We're resuscitating the old garage. It's a better word for it. And we will be putting people up that way and maintaining that spirit of Sugar Bowl that know where they're going. And we'll really design Judah, and we're also repurposing Judah so it's a much better experience for beginners and day visitors. Part of this is also looking at our other segments. So one of the segments that we're very focused on is youth. How do we keep youth coming? One of the things that shocked me when I came into this region is that so few, if not none, of our youth were making it through to World Cup in free ride and free ski, or free ski mainly. And I'm like, we've got the best kids in the town, but we don't have the facilities for them. So we've just put our hand up, and we're going to build a full-size park so that we can get our kids at that level. They should be joining the World Cups, and that's what we really want to do. So we're moving our park over to Christmas Tree so that we put all of our athletes together. There's a theme, a historical theme that's come from the Historical Society around eagles. So there's a renaming of things to eagles. So Golden Eagle, Peregrine Ridge, the Condor. I keep getting that wrong. Is that right? Got John checking me because I say some wrong things quite a lot. Lucky he's here, he's answering the questions. So the whole thing will be like kind of around the concept of eagle. The eagle races were really big back in the day at Sugar Bowl. And then all of our athletes and our youth will be together and integrated. And we're really excited about that because we know that we've got our race lanes there as well. And, you know, we'll make mistakes. It might not be that easy to get them all up and down Christmas Tree all the time. So we've got things that we have to work on. But we're super excited about that. So we put them there, we build them facilities, and we are going to get our kids onto the World Cup stage. And that's our mission. We're not, however, going to run World Cups, because I've already explained why we're not going to run World Cups. We're going to run fun events. We are a training facility. And that also frees up the other side, Judah side, to develop the beginner area and the beginner terrain. So we're really looking at how we can do that. So that's the main things that we're doing there. You would have known that we had our $199 youth pass last year. We quadrupled the amount of youth we got to Sugar Bowl in the first year. In this, which wasn't off much of a base, I have to say, but now we've tripled again because we extended it down to Grass Valley and Nevada City, and so it's so great to see those numbers coming in when we need the numbers. So this is the look of the Sugar Bowl parks. And this is where it's going to be. So for those of you that can't see like me, you won't be able to see it, but apparently it's right. The purple bits is where the park is, and the blue bits is where the race training is. So that's just so you know what we're doing. So that's Sugar Bowl Parks. Very proud of that. We are utilising CA. You might question that, California, because actually what we're trying to do is attract California to come and utilise the parks. And I'm going to finish on Forever. Forever is all about, I really don't love the word sustainability because it's maintaining. I think a lot more about regenerating. We've got to make it better to kind of maintain it. So what are we doing about making sure that happens? The things that we're looking after is our heritage. And one thing we set up this year was a heritage society. They spent a year collecting everything they could find, this massive catalogue, which we're now putting into a system called Inwoven. So we actually have a track of everything that's happened at Sugar Bowl. And now we're looking at how we can deliver all those stories throughout our places, and probably doing some short film series and things like that. Nothing crazy, but we're really trying to make sure we protect those stories. With our people, obviously the focus on future generations, and probably the most important thing we're so stoked about is we now have transport up and down the Donna Summit. And we are over the moon about that. That came from a grant and support probably from a lot of you. And I want to thank you because now our people can get up and down the summit. So in the morning and the evenings we have transport. Yes! Very happy about that. It's more for our community and staff than actually, it doesn't really work as well for public, but obviously if we can make it work, it'll work. Looking after our place, our environment is hugely important to me. I come from a country that is really driving some amazing stuff in this space. So we are really committed to zero landfill by as soon as we possibly can. We're not putting any marks on it, but it was lovely yesterday when we had all the staff, and we have 600 staff, and nothing was reused. I'm sorry, everything was reused. Nothing was single use. And I was sitting next to April coming in going, God, I love this. Did everybody here notice that there's no single use? It's just fantastic. So we're really moving in that direction, which is great. We're putting injection into our forest health projects. I'm really excited about that. And the other thing that we have got on the cards, because we've got our first grant for it, we're doing our study, is to build a wood chip energy plant up on the summit, for us and the summit, for everyone. And obviously getting a lot of support from what's happened at North Star and copying that. And then obviously we need to make money, but I'm not going to talk to you about that because I think that's boring. So yeah, it's not boring. I just shouldn't say that. It's kind of part of the whole picture, but we do need to get more people at Sugar Bowl. And so we are being quite aggressive with getting more people because we can't do the uncrowded thing and stay alive. So just so you know, please bypass and come. Any questions for me? Have I covered everything, John? I can't remember what else we're doing. So, hey? Oh, good.
I got a comment.
Yeah.
So on Saturday, I came to the Donner Trail School fundraiser that you guys do every year, and it's just such a fantastic event. So thank you guys so much for doing that for the community.
Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? I almost came over. I said, we don't have toast at Sugar Bowl, but I'm happy to drink champagne with anyone that wants to. I'm good at that. Thank you. Yeah, it was good. It was great to see so many cars there.
Anybody else? Why don't you tell them about dining room and Chef Jason?
Why don't you tell them about dining room? Come on, stand up. Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
So we hired Chef Jason Landis last year. He comes from San Francisco Michelin star restaurants, and we've had the pleasure of having many tasting menu settings. Put on a few pounds from him, but his food's incredible. I mean, just absolutely fantastic. He made this cauliflower three-ways dish. Was it cauliflower?
Yeah. Seared scallops.
It might be the best food I've ever had in my life. So highly recommended. You know, the dining room's amazing. If you're looking for a great date night, you get a romantic gondola ride across, have dinner, and come back. So highly recommend you come up there and try it out.
Is there a reservation system for the dining room?
There is. We just changed over to Open Table, and it's live on the website right now.
And the gondola's free. And yet it's a good time to ride the old gondola.
great to take champagne over on the gondola.
Yeah.
Any updates on our beloved Royal Gorge? What's
Yeah,
happening over there?
so Royal Gorge, did everyone meet Tom last year? Tom, we got a great new GM of Royal Gorge. Thanks, John.
Yeah.
I will add to that, our chef worked in 2 Michelin star restaurants, so he's really talking a beautiful quality of dining experience. Yep, and we have done a lot of, probably the biggest thing we've done is a lot of mastication, and we've also worked on the area because our intention next summer is also to rebuild the deck at the village. So we have to find a new wedding venue. So we've actually done a whole piece of work over at Royal Gorge to create a venue for weddings, which actually is a great way to start. You know how you put your skis on at Royal Gorge and you suddenly go flying down the hill? It's now flat, which is awesome. So, because that was really, if anyone's tried it, it's really funny. And we have done a lot of mastication on the trails, so we've cleared up trails so that we can start with lower snow. Tom is from the East Coast. Terrible, honestly. I've never worked it out since I've been here. And he's worked out how to groom with low snow, which is actually with a skidoo and a roller, which is amazing. So we'll get it open early, and the trails are really well prepared. So we're all set to go there. Yeah.
Just a shout out for excellence in education. Sugar Bowl dining is on there, and we enjoyed it last year. So if you don't have your card, go get a card. But either way, go up to the dining room. It's really
Okay,
good.
it is really good.
It's really good.
We do. That's why we sort of.
All right.
Thanks, John.
Anything else? All right, Bridget, thank you so much. And up next, we have Rob McClendon, who is the Assistant Director of Operations at Tahoe Donner. And hold your questions about the lodge until the end. Just guessing.
Oh, thank you for that joke. I appreciate it. So how many people live in Tahoe Donner? How many people live in Tahoe Donner? We got about 5 or 6 here. Just to let you know, Tahoe Donner is one of the largest communities in the town of Truckee. We're the only ski areas in the town of Truckee, I believe. We've been having a lot of stuff going on this year. As you can know, I'm going to start off with cross country because it's probably easier. Cross country, we got about 100K out there. We were making snow last night. We put down a lot of products, so we're looking to open on Friday of Thanksgiving. If you haven't got your season pass, be sure to purchase that early on. So yeah, the 29th is conditions permitting. Snowmaking is going. We have 12 air water guns and 2 fan guns out there. We have our snowshoe tour on New Year's Eve as one of our great events, and then we also have Bias and Dunn, a band playing out of our Alder Creek Adventure Center. If you guys have not been to the Alder Creek Adventure Center, I think there was a commerce thing up there not too recently, so it's a great venue to go out there and enjoy the evening of New Year's Eve. We're also going to be moving the I Did a Run, which is a benefit for the Humane Society. It's March 2nd to a new location, which will be at Alder Creek. So the dogs are allowed there. They do have dog trails there, but if you have never seen that event, we've held it at Downhill for the last probably 15 years. What a great event. Get the dogs out there running. The Slog Slossig is one of the fun cross-country races that we have. It's March 23rd. And then we're also having 3 member-free days. So if you don't have a season pass and you are a member of Tahoe Donner, you'll get 3 days of skiing. Those are all located on Fridays. Please check our website. If you're interested in some exercise and want to learn from a pro, come out and visit us. We have lots of great staff out there to help you guys out, get you to learn the trails. Like I said, if you've not ever been down to Year Valley before, it's one of the most amazing places in the world. Now on to downhill. So, as most of you guys know, that we invested about $36 million into a ski lodge. And we're still going to be operating. It's going to look a lot differently. We plan on opening on December 13th, conditions permitting. Our new ski lodge is not going to be finished until 2025 of December. We hope that's ready to go. But this season, we will have the best place to begin with uncrowded slopes and great grooming and ski school. We do have our programs there, including our base team, rec team, TD Tykes, speedsters, and our seniors race team. So if you're looking for some fun to get some turns on the slopes, it's a great place to go. But all you're going to be doing is doing some turns. There will be no indoor tining. there'll be an on-site Mountain Brew food truck, so it should be great. We do have a new rental shop. It's located in our Lot 5. It's based out of a container system. It's about 1,600 square feet. So we will be offering rentals. We will be offering tickets, but there is no indoor dining, no nothing up there. As you might know or might not know, is that that ski lodge is located on a very complicated site up against condos. So there's absolutely no area besides just getting on the lift. We have limited events this year, just due to the nature of that, but we'll bring them all back the following year. We'll have Ski with Santa. Usually Santa's a good person to see up there. Sometimes it's me. Don't tell my kids. And then we also have the Tahoe Donner ski days available. This is a perfect site, just like to describe it for you. This was just the other day. We have an aerial site of our facility. As you can see, our snowmaking was going on. I think this was like last Thursday or Friday. But as you could tell, this deck is going to be right up against these ski lifts. So this construction site's pretty complicated. It's a 3-level building. The first level is at the very bottom, which is basically guest services. The second level, which is staff services. The second level will be all guest services with a rental shop, tickets, and restrooms. This third level will be right at the top of that concrete there. That's the main level there, and that will be our food and beverage. We'll have an indoor ski school programming area for all the little kids that have an indoor space to eat in a protected area. And then we'll have a great bar area on the far left there, and that'll be overlooking the alpenglow of Mount Rose and so forth. So we're super excited. The guys are putting up the steel hopefully this week in snow. That was November 8th. These are just a few designs. We'll have a drop off at the second floor there, including, as you can see, it's right up to the snow pillow is the deck. A great servery, so we could serve lots of people up there, and then an indoor space is on the top right there, and then the deck just rotates right out to the level. I mean, this deck is going to be one of the best decks in Tahoe. And then we also do have snow play. Snow play is located at our Trout Creek Recreational Center. It's a reservation based only. We are planning on opening that December 13th. We do have snowmaking there, and it's on its way. We will have a food truck there. We have some great donuts if you're looking for some great donuts or hot chocolate, and they have some cool snacks. A lot of people ask, why don't you guys have a conveyor belt there? And I go, well, because we want to get the kids worn out. So if you want to get your kids some exercise, go ahead and bring them over to snow play. And then just like to remind you about all the offerings we do have at Tahoe Donner during the winter. The Lodge is one of our premier restaurants in this community. It's a great place to enjoy a great opera. Also, Pizza on the Hill. If you haven't been there in a while, it's changed. They've got great menu items and so forth. And of course, we have our Alder Creek Adventure Center that operates during our cross-country season. So I think I covered everything. If you guys have any questions, I can answer them.
All right, we do have some time, so if anybody had questions for any of our presenters, you are free to ask them. Anybody? If not, we'll go into our nonprofit highlight, who is Shannon Decker from the Speedy Foundation. We have a... Welcome, Shannon.
Hi, everyone. I'm Shannon Decker, and my nonprofit is called the Speedy Foundation. I've got some materials on your table. I'm just going to kind of walk through them. The Speedy Foundation is a nonprofit that was started in 2011 in memory of my cousin. His name was Jarrett Speedy Peterson. He was on the U.S. ski team for about 16 years. He was a 3-time Olympian in the freestyle world of aerials. In 2011, unfortunately, he ended his own life. And so at that time, it wasn't something that we talked about in the world of elite sports. We weren't talking about mental health. And so we started a nonprofit in his memory. Our focus was on getting a suicide prevention hotline started in the state of Idaho. We also did a lot of work in Park City, Utah. And in 2012, I ended up moving to Truckee to live with and work for Rob McClendon. But that also brought suicide prevention work to this area as well. In 2013, Truckee had a suicide contagion that took place here, meaning that we lost 5 young adults and teenagers to suicide. And so in 2013, the community came together and founded the Truckee Tahoe Suicide Prevention Coalition. And so I'll turn over to this little card that's on your table. We do have a pretty robust suicide prevention network here. We have a website, TahoeLifeline.org, and the Speedy Foundation now contracts with Placer and Nevada County through MHSA dollars, and we are able to provide free suicide prevention and mental health trainings. So if you have any organizational needs as far as scaling trainings, that's something that we're able to provide. We also offer outreach at community events. We've hosted several events. We do pop-ups. We participate in farmers markets and Truckee Thursdays. We help support the Hope Squad programs. So at Alder Creek, at Truckee High, North Tahoe Middle and North Tahoe High Schools, we have suicide prevention programming where students are nominated by their peers. They're identified as the helpers, the people that they go to, confide their secrets in, and we train them not to be counselors, but just how to navigate that, how to have good boundaries, how to talk to trusted adults. And we're training them in suicide prevention as well as other forms of mental health education. This February, we will be coming back to organizations like the Chamber to look at focus groups around alcohol prevention. We call this harm reduction, and we know that ski resort communities have very high rates of binge drinking. We know, looking at the data that's collected through Tahoe Forest Hospital as well as the Community Foundation, that Truckee has a lot of alcohol use. And so we're going to be looking at creating a campaign localized to Truckee Tahoe. We've been looking at other campaigns from ski resort communities. There's one from the state of Colorado called Booze Less, but we'll be doing some focus group work to design something relevant to Truckee Tahoe. Another contract that we have through Nevada County is the No Overdose campaign, and so we're able to provide opioid overdose response trainings as well as harm reduction supplies like Narcan or naloxone, fentanyl testing strips, and those types of materials. So we've been able to provide that training and scale resources throughout TTUSD, through the town of Truckee, several of the ski resorts. If your organization is in need of training or harm reduction supplies, please let us know. On the back is just a little bit about some of our fundraising. We'll be at the Soroptimist event this week, selling our mentally covered beanies. We'll be participating in Give Back Tahoe, and we have an annual fundraiser that takes place at Donner Lake. This year it'll be on June 22nd. It's called the Hike for Hope, so you're welcome to join us there. I have cards on my table, so if you have an interest in training or outreach opportunities to just kind of plug suicide prevention or opioid overdose prevention, just the sexiest topics in the whole world, it's always easier to navigate it in. We have a partnership with U.S. ski teams, so we participate at World Cups. You go to the sponsor village and you're getting, your swag from different companies, and then you show up and we're talking about things like 988. So here's my call to action as I round this out. On your table are magnets with a little cell phone on them, and if you don't know about 988, this is for you. If you already know about 988, your call to action is to share this with someone else. 988 is our new national suicide prevention and crisis lifeline number. So just like we have 911 for physical health and safety, we have 988 for mental health and emotional emergencies. It's something that you can call, you can text, you can chat on their website. It's free, it's anonymous. It's unlike 911 in that they can't geolocate you. So it's not going to be something where you have a police response. I am going to just quickly call it so that you can hear what it sounds like if you've never had to call it.
You've reached the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Para español, marque el número 2. If you are a veteran or service member or are calling about one, press 1. To connect to support for LGBTQI+ youth and young adults, press 3. Otherwise, to talk with a counselor, stay on the line or press 0.
So, something for you to just have in your back pocket. Program it into your cell phone so that you don't forget about it. Put the magnet on your fridge, yeah, that's it. I know it's not the lightest topic in the world, but it's something that can be really beneficial to anyone and everyone. Our younger generation is interested in this topic. They are coming into this world expecting that their mental health will be on par with physical health. And so the adults, the workforce really has a lot to do to get to the level where we're going to be ready for them entering the workforce. So thank you.
Thank you, Shannon. All right, now we're going to go around the room and do stump speeches. Looks like our ski area people need to go do some operations to get open by tomorrow or whenever it is. All right, thank you so much. Okay, stump speeches, yes.
Hi, my name is Karen with Leadership North Lake Tahoe Truckee, and I just want to let everybody know that the deadline to apply for next year's class is December 9th. So if you need a refresh on leadership skills or need more information about what's going on in the community, then our program is for you. It starts in January, goes through June. And if you want more information, go to TahoeTruckeeLeadership.com. And remember, the deadline to apply, December 9th. There you go.
Sure.
Thank you.
I got that.
Thank you. Yes.
If you're not going to the Diplo concert at Palisades, the Truckee Tahoe Community Chorus has our concerts Saturday, December 14th at 7 p.m., Sunday at 3 p.m. at the Truckee High School. We'd love to see everybody there. You can get tickets at truckeechorus.org.
Thank you.
Well, Boreal's not here today, so I'm going to talk about Boreal. We just started, our membership has its privileges promotion, so now through November 29th, go to TruckeeTahoeRadio.com, enter online for a chance at a 4-month membership to Boreal. That's access to the mountain, access to clinics, everything Boreal has to offer for 4 months for free on us, 101.5. So TruckeeTahoeRadio.com till November 29th. Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah.
I don't represent Tahoe Cross Country, but I know they are actively fundraising for their new lodge. They have a really interesting project where they are reconstructing a historic lodge donated to them on the West Shore of Lake Tahoe, and ask everybody to look it up and get involved if you can. They need a lot of help. Just want to put that out there.
Thank you. Yes.
Hello, my name is Amber Dodson. I'm with Satellite Photography. I am just getting back into town after being gone back to Louisiana from COVID. So yay, I'm grateful. And I'm just getting back and starting my business. I just want to offer anybody, like I do wedding photography, portrait photography, and if anybody has any events in town, I would love to donate a Silent A photography gift certificate for like a free photo shoot to any of like the local nonprofits or anything, high schools, anything like that. So anyway, just see me after. So if you need me, thank you.
Thank you.
This is one of her photos.
Oh, there you go. All right. Yeah.
I'm Rocky from the Truckee Library, and I just want everyone to know that tomorrow night we are having a Medicare 101. It's time for all the changes. They just released the new numbers on Veterans Day. It's tomorrow night, 5:30 to 6:30 at the Truckee Library. Our specialist also can answer questions on Covered California. And then we have the final in our mobile photography series. It's specializing, this is Lisa Carney, who is a local photography genius. And we are doing portraits. This is at our Truckee Library workspace on Tuesday, December 3rd from 5 to 6:30. And then also we just wrapped this up. Lisa is doing a photo shoot for our Golden Seniors at the Truckee Donner Record Park on the 5th of December. So the seniors can, when we asked when the last time they had their formal portraits was, most people had not had a portrait taken in 30 years. So she's doing this for free for our seniors at the Golden Seniors and just support them.
Thank you, appreciate it. Anybody else? If not, we will go into our door prizes. There they are. You want to pull them today, Jessica? Sure. All right. Let's do a return ticket to Good Morning Truckee. Going to April Cole. April, you win every time. I mean, it's every time. She stuffs the ballot. All right. Up next, we have a 1 Tahoe Donner Day Ticket Ski Pass. And that will go to... Ooh, this is a nice card. Amber Dodson. Pays to say something. And next, a North Star Day Lift ticket will go to Carrie Ridgel. All right. Tahoe Dave's free demo day. Exactly sure of the details, but the winner can figure it out.
Free skis and
Got it.
rental for the day.
All right.
The latest.
The latest.
Yes, Tahoe Dave's is here. So if you have
Stephen Bessing. All right. We have 2 more.
All right.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, okay.
Double checking.
Tahoe Donner, another Tahoe Donner Ski Day Pass. Going to Michael LeFrancois. All right. And last but not least, a North Star Day Lift ticket. Really mix it up. Really mix it up. Rachel Lyons. All right, thank you, everybody. We appreciate your support. There is no Good Morning Truckee in December, so we will see you in 2025. All right?
Yeah.
Thank you.